Today we will discuss the female reproductive system of human being. This is located in pelvic region and comprises of a pair of ovaries, external genitalia, accessory ducts that is fallopian tube, uterus, cervix and vagina, accessory glands that is vestibular gland and mammary glands. All these collectively support the process of ovulation, fertilization, pregnancy, childbirth, and lactation. Now, a pair of ovaries. These are two in number, 3 centimeter long, 2 centimeter wide, and 1 centimeter thick, almond shaped female gonads. The ovary remains attached to the abdominal wall by a ligament called mesovarium. Each ovary is compact or solid organ consisting of an outer cortex and inner medulla. Okay. The stroma of the cortical region is composed of spindle shaped fibroblasts, and the cortex is covered by tunica albuginea, which is dense connective tissue layer. Actually, it imparts the whitish color to the ovary. And surface of ovary is covered by germinal epithelium, which is formed of simple squamous or cuboidal cells, cuboidal epithelial cells. Accessory ducts. Number 1, fallopian tube, also called oviduct. A pair of long tube that is 10 to 12 centimeter, ciliated muscular and tubular structure, help in conduction of zygote or ovum to uterus. These are also called as Mullerian duct, Mullerian. Consist of infundibulum, funnel-shaped part closer to ovary, and possesses fimbriae which help in ova collection after ovulation. Ampulla, wider part of oviduct, opens into the third region, that is isthmus, narrow part of duct. It links uterus and acts as fertilization site, that is ampullary isthmic junction. Now uterus, also called womb. It is a single hollow muscular inverted pear-shaped organ located in the pelvic region between bladder and rectum and suspended by ligament called mesometrium. It serves as site of fetal growth during pregnancy. The wall of uterus is composed of 3 layers of tissue, that is perimetrium, myometrium, endometrium. Now, female external genitalia, that is vagina. It is fibromuscular elastic tube about 7.5 centimeter long, into which uterus open. Mons pubis. It is a cushion of fatty tissue covered by skin and pubic hair. Labia majora. These are fleshy folds of skin extending from mons pubis surrounding the vaginal orifice. It is homologous to scrotum. Labia minora, paired fold of skin under labia majora, contain sebaceous gland. Clitoris, tiny finger-like structure lying at the upper junction of labia minora. It is an erectile organ. It is homologous to penis. And hymen, the opening of vagina, is often covered partially by a membrane called hymen. It is not the indicator of sexual experience. It must be in mind. Now, mammary glands. A functional mammary gland is characteristic of all female mammals. The mammary glands are paired structure, also called breast, that contain glandular tissue and variable amount of fat. The glandular tissue of each breast is divided into 15 to 20 mammary lobes containing cluster of cells called alveoli. The cells of alveoli secrete milk which is stored in the cavities, that is lumen of alveoli. The alveoli open into mammary tubules. So this is all about female reproductive system of human. Menstrual cycle. The reproductive cycle in the female primates, that is monkeys, apes, and human being. The first menstruation begins at puberty and is called menarche. In human female, menstruation is repeated at an average interval of about 28-29 days, that is a lunar cycle, and the cycle of the events starting from one menstruation till the next one is called the menstruation cycle. One ovum is released, that is ovulation, during the middle of each menstrual cycle. Now I am going to the major events, various events during menstrual cycle. Students, as you can see at your screen, there are four major events. First one is menstruation, 1 to 5 days. Then follicular phase, also called as proliferative phase, from 6 to 13. And at 14th day, the ovulation, that is ovulatory phase. And from 15th, the luteal phase start. And last one, it lasts when the new cycle begins. So the cycle starts with the menstrual phase, when menstrual flow occurs, and it lasts for 3 to 5 days, from 1st to 5th. The menstrual flow results due to breakdown of endometrial lining. There are 3 lining of the uterus. So endometrial lining of the uterus and its blood vessels, which form liquid that come out through vagina. Menstruation only occurs if the released ovum is not fertilized. Lack of menstruation may be indicative of pregnancy. However, it may also be caused due to some other underlying causes like stress, poor health, etc. The second phase is follicular phase. The menstrual phase is followed by the follicular phase. During this phase, the primary follicle in the ovary grows to become a fully matured Graafian follicle, and simultaneously the endometrium of uterus regenerate through proliferation. These changes in the ovary and the uterus are induced by changes in the level of pituitary and ovarian hormones, as you have seen in figure. The secretion of gonadotropins, that is LH and FSH, increases gradually during the follicular phase and stimulate follicular development as well as secretion of estrogen. Now, ovulatory phase, this is the third phase. It happens at 14th day. Rapid secretion of LH leading to maximum level during the mid cycle, that is LH surge. Mind it, LH surge. This is most important question for board. LH surge induces rupture of Graafian follicle and thereby the release of ovum. So this is called ovulation. And ultimately the ovulation, that is ovulatory phase, is followed by the luteal phase. So now the fourth one is the luteal phase. The ovulation is followed by the luteal phase, during which the remaining part of the Graafian follicle transform as the corpus luteum. You can see in the figure which I have discussed earlier. The corpus luteum secretes large amount of progesterone, which is essential for maintenance of the endometrium. Progesterone for maintenance of the endometrium. Endometrium inner layer. Such an endometrium is necessary for implantation of the fertilized ovum and other events of pregnancy. So the regeneration is required for the same. You know, menstrual cycle during pregnancy is stopped or running smoothly. During pregnancy, all events of the menstrual cycle stop and there is no menstruation. In the absence of fertilization, the corpus luteum degenerate, breakdown of the corpus luteum. This causes disintegration of the endometrium, leading to the menstruation and making a new cycle. So if the pregnancy is there, then no menstruation. If no pregnancy, then it is starting to making a new cycle. Now menopause. Most important to learn. In human beings, in human female, menstrual cycles ceases around 50 years of age. That is termed as menopause, and the onset of the menstrual cycle is menarche. Cyclic menstruation is an indicator of normal reproductive phase and extends between menarche and menopause. So keep in mind, menarche is the onset at the time of puberty, that is 11 to 14 years of age, and menopause is the stoppage, is ceasing of the menstrual cycle at the age of 45 to 50. Keep in mind one thing, that is menstrual hygiene. Maintenance of hygiene and sanitation during menstruation is very important. Take bath and clean yourself regularly. Use sanitary napkins or clean homemade pads. Change sanitary napkin or homemade pads after every 4 to 5 hours as per the requirement. Dispose of the used sanitary napkins or pads properly, wrapping it with a used paper. Do not throw the used napkin in the drain pipe of the toilet. Okay? Thank you. Have a